Hey, what is up guys, Rick here and welcome to a brand new Let's Play of Test Drive Evo Destruction. And as you'll see, my old tendencies of doing car games are showing again. This is yet another car game. And as usual, this is a pretty old game. I tend to do those a lot, too. So, it is a game about smashing cars into each other, and as you can see, I have already started here, but I will be resetting this so we can actually start from zero. Let's do this. And don't worry, I actually only tried to record this, then I realized that music was still on because of copyrights. I had to turn it down, and because of that, I had to scrap like 15 minutes of recording, which is kind of bad. But anyways, this is our home. We are a chicken farmer, obviously, because this game cannot be any more redneck. We're smashing cars into a bunch of other cars, and we are chicken farming in the meanwhile. Yeah. That's kinda redneck. So, the map is showing us a few places. I'm gonna skip through this and choose the name of Cletus, because why not? And if we're gonna be a redneck, let's be a redneck. So we start with the top. It's pretty. We basically got that car from Grandma. I don't know if the message popped and I just skipped it without actually trying to. It's basically the first car in the game. It's like really shit. I'm just going to show it to you. It has a grand total of 1 speed, 1 handling, and 2 durability. It's literally the shittiest car in the game, to the exception that there's one car which is almost as bad. It's the Moth. The Moth has 1 durability. It's basically like you smash into one thing and you basically explode. Although it does bear a slightly faster speed of 2. Yes, 2. But for now, enough talking. Let's actually drive this bad boy. Let's get some tire burning at the insane speed of 30 miles per hour. I'm kidding. This car goes slightly faster than that, but not much. So, this is our Overworld. Obviously, we're going to be spending quite a bit of time here between races. There's some stuff we can do, like wage money against other drivers and the like, but for now, since we have only the top, we could wage some money. Wouldn't be any against another top or a Moth, because those would be kind of easy to beat. But since this is first episode and I want to entertain you guys, I'm gonna skip through everything and just show you the 2 buildings that we're gonna be using too. This is Swenty's, which we're gonna be using for upgrades and paint. And the other guy, the other Swenty's shop, which is a junkyard. Now, well, whatever. This is where we get new cars and basically buy stuff. We can trade in cars. Like, for example, if you don't have enough money, you can like trade your top. Like, I could get a Moth from the get-go, or I could get like a. Can I get that? Or the Coyote. Oh, by the way, you see the D here? This is a demolition derby car. This basically means that the car is specialized for that. He has a lot of higher durability, but the downside of having really low speed and stuff. So yeah, these are cars we can get. We're not gonna get anything as of yet. The car, our top is worth 53, which is kind of good if we're gonna trade for anything. So yeah, without further ado, folks, let's actually get some racing going. So we first start with that little bit of road here, but eventually we're gonna get like the highway in a few places there. So, Ashland Smackfest, which is the very, very first one. Very easy to win, although if you want, you can abuse the fact it's easy to get a bit of extra money by smacking people, because yes, this game encourages you to have fun by smacking stuff because it gives you more money. And every time you get into a new place, you get another racer you can race. Like this guy has another top, I believe. Does he? I need to try to remember the button to look behind. That's not that. Which one is it? That's camera. Okay, that's X. Yeah, anyways. Basically, when you race against another driver, you have a chance to win a bit of respect, which basically means that more respect you have, you can get access to higher... Oh, respect? No, you get skill points. I'm sorry. I was totally going in the wrong tangent there. You get skill points, which you can spend on bonuses in the arcade, which basically, I think it also ups your ranking. I don't know. It's been a while since I played this game. The only thing I know is that you need to race, you win cash, and you win points to level up your ranking, and then you level up your ranking, you get better events, and eventually you do that until you get the main event, and you win the main event, and you win the story. Easy as that. You win to be able to access something that you need to win. That's pretty much a game in a nutshell. Meanwhile, you smack cars with cars. So, yeah. As you can see, we're going about a 90 miles per hour, so yeah, you do get rep. Okay. Well, yes, the rep points is the thing you need to if you want to get better race. Which is, personally, I like getting your rep a little bit less, because it means that if you like rep too fast, basically every event has like, you need to be between like 90 or 100 to participate or something like that. If you get too much rep, you can actually skip some races and not do all of them, and it's bad because you want the money, and yeah, you pretty much want the money from doing the races. Although don't worry, I tend to do all the races I can, and because of that I tend to end up with like a ludicrous amount of money at the end of the game, so don't have to worry about that. For now, let's just try to race. The top is kind of shit again if you need to ram stuff, so I'll try to do some ramming to get some extra money, but on the very first race I'll try to get some money, but also try to stay in the lead. The top is really not good for much. As you can see on the bottom right corner where we have our speed, you have a skull icon and the it's basically every time you fill it, you get a little bit of more money and a little bit more respect, and every time you get a skull, it's because you killed someone. Well, not really killed, but you killed a car. Killing grants you extra reputation, just like it's, and also gains you extra money, except if you're doing demolition derbies. In derbies, I believe your hits and your kills don't count, because obviously it would be kind of cheated, because you could just like rack up a bunch of money just by doing a demolition derby that is usually at the end of the eve. Also, you can have more than one car. It is very useful because sometimes there will be a demolition derby at the end of the eve, and if you're, for example, you're using the top and your top is like not in a good shape, when you reach a demolition derby, unless you repair it, and by the way, if you repair in the eve, it costs like more than if you repair at your home base, you can basically like waste a shit ton of money just to be able to perform decently in the derby. So you're better off having a secondary car. As you'll see, I'll probably be using the top for derbies when I have a second car, because I want to get rid of the top as soon as possible. If I do have money for a derby car though, I'll pretty much trade the top in for a derby car. So yeah, it's gonna depend on how much money we make, and depending. Oh, if you're wondering, I will not be save scumming. I will not be like resetting, or not really save scumming, but I won't be resetting races if I lose them. I will play this game as legit as possible, just because this is Let's Play, and the fun fact about Let's Playing is seeing the Let's Player fail. Although, racing games are kind of my forte, so if it happens, it's probably because it's probably gonna be a big stroke of bad luck, since I tend to have one of the shittiest luck in the world. And by the way, Suicide Race. Probably the race that wears its name the best. It's basically half the pack goes in one direction, the other half the pack goes in the other one. Marvelously fun. Oh, and by the way, you are not going to ram me. I would like to ram them for fun, but I have a top. And as the top imply, it tends to just spin and just go everywhere when you try to do any physical contacts. And as much as the shit car I don't mind destroying it, I still would like to win the race. But don't worry, as if I can get a good contact like that, I'm going to take it. I'm going to be happy to take it, because you want to ram stuff in this game as much as possible. Although, shit, that was bad. Took a lot of damage at the top and second. Hopefully we can get back into first place. Third now. Not nice. That's why you really want to avoid contact in those kind of races, because you can lose a lot of position quickly. I probably lost this. Nah, no, actually. Oh, that was pretty close. Pretty sure I lost that. Although we did get a hit, which is extra money, and a reputation point, which is nice. I don't know if there's okay. So next. Oh, by the way, we get extra winnings for finishing races in first. Okay, so last race of the eve. Usually the last race is a pretty destructive one because apparently they don't want you to leave with your car intact. So the last one is a figure 8 jump race, my favorite kind of race. It's basically a big intersection with jumps in the middle. Anybody who's insane enough to do this in real life probably earn a giant thumbs up from on my part. This is the kind of thing that would probably never happen in real life because it would be so fucking dangerous of somebody just hitting the roof of your car, bending it over, and probably kill or extremely damage the person inside because the entire car would be bent where the pilot is standing. Oh, and by the way, we killed some random dude that apparently was quite damaged. And also, if you're wondering if you don't hear any music, it's because I had to turn it off. YouTube's copyright laws, as I complained many times in my Let's Plays throughout my years, tend to be a bitch. So I just don't take any chances anymore and just like remove music as much as possible. It's bad because this game has one of the best soundtracks there is in the world. It's just so goddamn good. Oh, farming is, by the way. But it's just that I can't really afford to get copyright strikes. That would be bad. Also, I'm just gonna freaking smack this guy until he dies. Come on! Hey, don't ram me, I'm ramming you. Oh shit, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad, bad. All of these guys are pretty damaged, so yeah. Oh, if you're wanting our health, as you can see the damage bar, they should have called it health. I mean, damage is kinda counterintuitive as you think about it. I mean, the less the damage bar is filled, the healthier you are. I mean, just think about it for a second. But yeah, that's our health, and basically, when it depletes, like that guy's health bar, by the way, the health bar that's spawning below, it's the opponent health, the one you're ramming, are hitting. When that depletes, you... Yeah, come on. Basically, when that depletes, you kill them, pretty much. I probably lost that event because of that crash. That's sad. Although we did get a lot of hits, and we did get a lot of points, so even though we might lose this, we're gonna get a shit ton of money for that, which is quite nice. Like I said, this game is not always about winning, it's kind of about winning and hitting at the same time. It's about maximizing your winnings at the same time as having fun, and try to kill this guy if I can. Probably could do it if I just... There you go. Another kill. It's so easy to get kills on the first levels because your opponents are so weak. You're quite weak too, but you know. And you know what's the best part about that? We're gonna get so much freaking money. We're gonna get a pretty good car straight out of the bat, which is gonna make all the races a lot easier. Even though the first one is quite easy. So the top. Top is pretty damaged, but it got us through with a nice amount of reputation points, which kind of bites us in the ass if you think about it, because we're gonna make us rank up a lot, but also gonna give us a ton of money. Like, it almost doubled our money. I mean, we got $93 for winning the Eve, and we got like $72 for in actual hits. So before I leave this video and go render this, I will be going to save for once. Also, I will be going to check the shop and see if we can find anything else. Although before doing anything else, I'll be repairing the top. I know you'll be thinking, like, if you're selling it while you're repairing it, it's because like the repair costs are factored when you trade a car in. So, I mean, look at the salvage worth. It doesn't change by repairing it. Like, basically, if your car is damaged, they're gonna deduce the repair costs. So you might as well repair the car. It doesn't really change anything to your trade-in value. So yeah. And as you can see, the top doesn't really show, but the more you damage a car, the less how can I say that? The more a car is damaged, the more permanent damage it racks up, and at some point you can only repair a car to a certain extent. At some point, it's gonna get so damaged that even if you try to repair it, it's gonna be stuck like at 10% health. Right now, the top is stuck at 95, which is still fairly good. But this is why you gotta change car often in this game. I mean, you can stick with the same car for quite a while, but if you like cars so much, you might actually buy a copy of the car just to be able to keep it. And if you play rough like I usually do, you're gonna be switching cars a lot more. Okay, so we can get an Ocelot, which is quite an awesome car. It is not perfect, but it's quite good. I would like another car, but it's okay. It's a 3-speed. Or we could get a Polo. The Ocelot, I believe, is a sedan, which is a class above the compacts. This one knows a lot better, but the Ocelot is a lot sturdier. And it's a 3-speed. You know what? This is good because this is gonna be pretty nice for derby. So I think I'm gonna go and buy an Ocelot and trade the top in just so to get a little bit of money in spare. So now we have an Ocelot, which is quite an upgrade actually. This car is quite faster and also has the advantage of being quite sturdier, which means, guess what? More ramming, more slamming, and more fun. Because that's how I like to play the game. Obviously, we're gonna need a derby car at some point, so I might actually try to save and buy a Coyote. A Coyote is usually the car I go for in my derby. Like, usually Coyote, I buy a few, 1 or 2. I just carry them till the end. I mean, they're not a strength 10 like Durand, which is the best derby in the game, but a 6 durability is good. It's pretty much good to win like any derby, as long as you're not like ramming yourself into a wall. So hope you enjoyed, guys. I'll be leaving now. I need to it's quite late and, and I kind of need to do a few things. So Hailtothebreak here, and I'll see you later, guys. And don't worry about Sanctum. Like I said, I'm gonna record this tomorrow, hopefully. See you guys later. See ya.